To meet worldwide commitments, today's Navy and Marine Corps depend on the individual readiness of their people. That readiness faces many challenges. Some of the challenges are large, some small.
Club drugs are the fastest growing illegal narcotics in the world. With the reputation for being a party drug, they're frequently found in rave clubs, where the pulsating techno music and colorful laser lights offer the perfect environment for drug abuse.
If you've never been in the atmosphere before, it's a complete shock. Everything that you can imagine that you're seeing, it's based around hallucinogenic drugs. Because, I mean, you got 5,000 people in a club, 4,000 of them are on the drug, and 4,000 of them are probably paying $15 to $25 a pill. I mean, it's everywhere. It's including service members. I mean, it's everywhere. Everywhere you look, it's there.
Club drugs belong to the methamphetamine family and include GHB and Rohypnol, which are often referred to as date rape drugs.
Another example is ketamine, or Special K, an animal tranquilizer with physical effects similar to PCP and the visual effects of LSD. But it is MDMA, popularly known as Ecstasy, that is the one club drug most commonly sold and used at raves.
Although it's distributed as a powder or in capsules, Ecstasy is most often found in pill form. These range in color and form and are typically the size and shape of a normal aspirin.
Ecstasy pills may be marked on one side to indicate the specific drug mix, with common designs such as Buddha, Superman, or simple score lines. A typical capsule is blue and clear and may be referred to as Smurfs. But Ecstasy is not a prescription drug and can be found mixed with just about anything, often in deadly combinations.
Pills are cut with different things, and you might get a pill cut with mescaline. And if you get a pill cut with mescaline, that's the main thing you're going to be doing, is you're just going to be hallucinating.
Mild euphoria and a slight hallucinogenic effect come together to produce the ecstasy high. Adding to Ecstasy's amphetamine-type experience are menthol nasal inhalers, chemical lights, neon glow sticks, necklaces, and bracelets. With Ecstasy, the sense of touch is also heightened.
Other effects include the need to talk excessively and chew or grind one's teeth. Baby pacifiers and sports mouth guards are frequently used to prevent bite damage to the cheek and tongue. Bottled water is also a fixture at the rave scene because of the increase in body temperature associated with ecstasy and possible dehydration. While club drugs are touted by drug advocates as harmless and safe, the reality is very different.
Ecstasy use actually destroys a category of brain cells called serotonin cells, involved in the normal regulation of mood and the experience of pain, pleasure, things like that.
Repeated use can damage brain cells and permanently lower serotonin levels, which leads to memory loss and depression.
There are individual differences in the ways in which people react to a substance like ecstasy, and some people are particularly susceptible to its effects, even on the first time they use it.
Even with one dose, the user runs a serious risk of heat stroke, cardiac arrhythmia, seizure, cardiac arrest, even death.
My sister, Melissa, she wasn't a really big partier or a big drinker. A lot of times she was the responsible one, I think, around her friends and around me too. One night she went out to a nightclub in Atlanta. She was in a big group of people. One of the guys held out his hand. He had 7 pills. Each of the friends took one, and then they just danced for the rest of the night. She got home around 1 or 2 in the morning, and she called 911 for herself. By the time she got to the hospital, she suffered heart damage, maybe a heart attack, and she died. She'd never used ecstasy before. Melissa probably had a lot of friends that used ecstasy regularly, and as she saw it, they were just having fun, and she thought if she tried it, she'd be able to have fun with them. And I don't think she ever thought anything more than that would come of it.
Because ecstasy results in changes to the brain, the consequences of using can last long after the initial high is gone.
Many ecstasy users report feeling drained of energy the day after using the drug. Periods of depression lasting 2 to 5 days are another common after effect. In cases of repeated ecstasy use, depression has lasted for several months.
You come off of it, the next day you're going to be, you're going to have depression. If not depression, just angry. You're going to be angry. If you have to go on duty or you have to go to work the next day, you're going to be tired. Because once the effects wear off, it wears off fast.
But club drugs like ecstasy are more than dangerous. They're illegal and will not be tolerated in today's military. Among the most effective detection tools is frequent and random urinalysis testing. All specimens are tested for ecstasy and the other club drugs, as well as marijuana, cocaine, LSD, PCP, and heroin. Ecstasy can be detected up to 5 days after use, and in the future, new procedures will come online dramatically extending the detection window. Continual improvements in testing procedures place the drug user at greater risk of being caught.
If you're caught using or distributing an illegal drug, the consequences are severe. You'll face discharge and loss of all education and veterans benefits. But the penalty for ecstasy use or distribution isn't just military discharge. It's jail time and loss of future job opportunities.
What do you do when somebody says 18 years? 18, there's a lot of people that don't get 18 years for killing people. When he said that, I couldn't talk. I was in shock. Felt nauseated. Then the reality sets in that you're not going anywhere for a long time. A long time. Don't start. Once you get started, if you get started in this lifestyle, it's going to end up in here. Once you start, you start down that road, and it's going to lead, hey, I use 1 or 2 a weekend, maybe I use 1 or 2 a month. Well, eventually, you're going to get 1 and 2 for you and 1 and 2 for a friend, and that's right there is distribution. That right there is distribution, and that sets the path. You're going to get caught. There is no getting around it. There's no, oh, well, I might be the one. You're not going to be the one. You're not going to be the one that beats the system. You can't beat the system, I'd give anything to have the years of my life back. And there's nothing that's going to reverse the sentence that the judge gave me.
Ecstasy and the other club drugs have a negative impact on the ability of our sailors and Marines to perform at 100%.
Our operational environment requires individuals who are mentally alert and physically capable of performing demanding assignments.
Ecstasy causes confusion, memory loss, fatigue, decreased coordination, and exhaustion. Drug abuse places everyone in harm's way.
The bottom line, ecstasy is a losing proposition. It can mean your health, your career, and even your life.
Ecstasy. It's just not worth it.